Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Advance. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a bit of a shocking story here for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So we got a crazy report here. Actually, we heard yesterday that, according to some sources, that LeBron and Austin Reeves don't like playing with Luka Doncic. And I'm like, who cares? Who absolutely cares if they like him or not? He's the future. So those guys, I mean, Austin Reeves is a replaceable player, and LeBron is at the tail end of his career. So who cares, right? But before we started shooting today, Mitch sent me an article from RealGM.com with the headline saying, LeBron James Lakers began moving apart with Luka Doncic trade. It says, LeBron James is widely expected to spend the remainder of his career with the Los Angeles Lakers, with the biggest question being for how long and whether they could become a title contender again with him on the team. Now the Lakers unexpectedly traded for Luka Doncic and are building around him. The future of James with the franchise is uncertain and could now even possibly be the end this offseason. James holds a no-trade clause, which gives him a significant level of control over the situation should the parties decide to explore a trade. I would say that's uncertain, says Brian Windhorst on ESPN's Cleveland when asked if James may finish his career with the Lakers. One thing I feel pretty good about today, although things can pivot, is LeBron time with the Lakers is beginning to come to an end. They are beginning to move apart. You can actually argue that they started when they traded for Luka. I know everybody thought LeBron was in on that. I know I said at the time I didn't believe that. LeBron was not in on it. I don't know what else to tell you. He was not in on it. He wasn't against it. I think he was shocked they traded Anthony Davis, but LeBron was not in part of that decision process. That was a move away from LeBron as the center of the team. Windhorst said the Lakers had previously tried to reorient their team around Davis, and they are now doing this with Doncic. The beginning of LeBron's departure from the Lakers has begun, said Windhorst. The departure could be into retirement. The departure could be another. But another way is on the table. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm not going to pretend how it's going to play out. I've talked to both parties involved. They're not clearly stating their intentions. I'm listening very closely. I'm asking questions. They're not clearly stating their intentions. So there's no way I can give you a clear answer talking to the sources. I would have said 4 days ago when LeBron opted into his contract, I would have said there was no chance of him getting traded. At this time, I just didn't think so. After having conversations over the last 3 or 4 days, I'm no longer saying there is no chance. I'm not saying it's likely, but I cannot responsibly say there's no chance anymore. So you heard what that report had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Folks, look. None of this surprises me. None of this surprises me. This is the first time, I believe, in LeBron's career where he's no longer the focus anymore. And he's been able to hold organizations hostage. Well, he tried to do so with the Miami Heat, but they wouldn't relent over their control. They wouldn't relinquish their control over to him, which is the correct thing to do. And now he finds himself in a precarious situation where I think he probably played his cards wrong at the end. Because at the end, they try to exert some leverage over the Lakers by trying to put out with Rich Paul putting out those statements. But the Lakers didn't really budge. They got DeAndre Ayton, but is he really going to change life for the Lakers? And let's face it, that move was really more so to appease Luka. That's really what it was. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is going to change life for the Los Angeles Lakers. I said yesterday in a show that we did on a live, I'm like, the Lakers are really gearing up for 2020, the next season, 2026, 2027. That's when I think the Lakers are going to put themselves in prime condition to win a championship. Why do I say this? Well, folks, after this season, you have $52 million coming off of the books with LeBron's contract. You have $18 million coming off of the books with Rui Hachimura's contract. You have Gabe Vincent. You have another player. So the Lakers are going to free up about $100 million in cap space going into the following season. And then that's when I believe they're going to go after another max player, and we have to see who that guy's going to be. And then they're going to go out in there and try to build a championship team. And I don't think LeBron is going to be a part of that. I don't think he's going to be a part of that. Now, why he would feel like the Lakers need to tie him in, LeBron is not a Laker. He's not a Laker. He's more of a mercenary. He went from this team to that team to this. Would have been better off if LeBron had stayed with Cleveland. So the Lakers don't feel that same affinity towards him that they probably would have felt in the past. They don't feel that. Secondly, we need to factor in the role that the new management may be playing in all of this. Maybe they're like, there's no way we're going to go into the luxury tax for a player that's turning 41. Makes no sense whatsoever. And maybe these are things that they're just not willing to do. I feel like if the Lakers went into the luxury tax to try to acquiesce to some of LeBron's requests, it would be financial illiteracy, financial suicide, financial malpractice. So it just seems like it's the end of the road. And now there's only a few ways this thing ends. One, he gets traded. Or two, at the end of the season, his contract plays out and that's it. I would be stunned if the Lakers offered him another year. Because essentially what that would signal to me is that they are not serious about winning championships. Because then they would have the available cap space to go out there and sign a young Supermax player. And if you told me they would go back and try to double down on getting LeBron, I would say these guys are absolutely not serious. And to be quite frank with you, I don't think the new ownership is going to do that. I think they're going to go out there, get younger, get better, and try to win a championship. And I think next season, the Lakers are going to be a title contender. That's what I believe. Because they're going to have so much free cap space. So much of these guys' contracts are going to be coming off the books. They have so many expiring contracts. Some guys may still be on the books like LeBron James and a few others that I'm unaware of. But I think the Lakers are going to be in prime condition to make a move next offseason, and we're going to see some things. Now, some people are saying, look, first of all, I've been a Laker fan going on almost 2 decades, but I stopped being a Laker fan ever since LeBron got to the team. But now that I'm seeing that he's most likely going to leave and I'm going to be covering the Lakers again, I just want to say this. I'm not going to be one of these twerking ass Laker commentators on YouTube that's out there lying to you guys, trying to get clicks. No, I'm going to give you guys a very sober take when I'm discussing the affairs of the Lakers. And when I tell you that I think that they're going to put themselves in prime condition next season, not this one, the following season after that, to become a top 3, top 2 seed in the Western Conference, I am saying that based off of what I think they'll be able to do with all of the available dollars. I'm not saying that because, oh, I like the Lakers. We did a show yesterday where I said this, 60% of the audience disagree with me. So it's not like as if I'm saying something to pander to y'all. The majority of my audience disagree with me. But I'm just saying that because I believe that in terms of LeBron and these guys feeling the type of way, tough cookies, tough biscuits. It's over. It is over. Let this franchise be free, man. The fan base is starving to be free. It's over. The better thing for him to do would have been to opt into that contract, but it's over. And this is how I see it playing out. You guys let me know what you think about what this report had to say in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.